Kings of War 2-player starter set, Shadows in the North, introduces 2 new factions into the Kings of War universe, and it makes a great new player starter set to pick up. This brings the Northern Alliance, the band of sort of Nordic warriors and yetis and ice giants, facing off against the Nightmares, the hideous nightmare creatures which have scarecrows and pumpkins for heads and dream eatery type bad guys. You get a huge amount in this box set, including the core rulebook and 44 units for each side, as well as your 2 hero units in some really nice new sculpts that Mantic have created. Inside the box, you've got your Getting Started guide, which gives you guides to painting some of your units, a little bit of information about base sizes. This game relies heavily on base sizes and unit sizes, painting the armies, different colour schemes that are used, nice tips, backgrounds on the warriors that make up the 2 new factions, and some examples of the game. So it's worth reading through that before you get started if you're new to Kings of War. If you're a seasoned veteran, you're going to be most interested in diving straight into the rulebook. This is the 3rd iteration of the rules, so it updates a lot from Kings of War version 2. Primarily, there's lots of changes, well not lots, but there's refinements to movement using the movement trays. The movement system and the turn system is really detailed in the changes that have been made in this book. And there's a good amount of information on, say, how flanking now works, how charging now works, and snapping the units together. This book has loads of fluff in it, which is fantastic as well. Loads of information on the game turns, the new races, and every race that already exists within the game, such as the awesomely chaotic good, I suppose you'd call them, Basileans, and the new races as well that have been added over the last couple of years, such as the Goblins, all be found in this book. And you've got unit cards, which is really great for pretty much everything. So the Night Stalkers there, not Nightmares, sorry, as I referred to them earlier. Everything you need in this rulebook is fantastic, including fluff and updates to the game. Then the rest of the box really is just your armies. You've got bases in there, your different size bases and wood bases, but you've got a lot of plastic in this box, an awful lot of plastic. You've got your 2 hero characters, which are new with the game, your Northern Alliance and your Night Stalkers unit, which look awesome. Then you've got your let's have a look. What are these guys? These look like they're gonna be spear-wielding, nice sort of northern. There's the northern guys. They've got their big hooded jackets and stuff. You've got like your ogre-type creatures as well for the Northern Alliance, and then you've got your spindly, scary nightmares. All of these are pretty well safely packed, and yeah, I mean that's really it. It's just getting straight down to business. Sprue after sprue after sprue after base after base. Now this is heavily a movement tray based game, so you might want to also pick yourself up some movement trays from the Kings of War franchise just to make playing the game slightly easier, but there's no reason why you can't play this with just the units as they are, moving them across the tabletop. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. You've got loads of plastic in here. Let's take a closer look at one of the sprues from the Night Stalkers. Sorry for the noise there. There we go. Good old Mantic, always well packaged. So you've got some awesome detail on these new sculpts that Mantic have put out. Little dudes carrying scythes and sickles and hatchets. These look very, very cool. I, for one, am very excited to be playing this game, and hopefully you will enjoy it too. So there you go. That is the new 2-player starter set from Mantic for the Kings of War franchise, Shadows in the North. Happy gaming.